Spring football in Colorado is still underway, and someone who's standing out by all regards is Julian Lewis. The ball's popping out of his hand. He's got zip. It's looking nice, and it's looking like Caden Salter's going to be on the hot seat before the season even starts. There's scuffles breaking out, all types of good times. Look, I'm just happy there's some foosball to look at. So we're going to take a peek at some of these things, a little bit of some interviews at the end, just kind of how Julian Lewis is adjusting, what Shedeur feels about Julian Lewis. But I mean, I know what y'all are here for. So let's hop right into it, right? I think this is actually the scuffle and see how they get after it and how we got there. We're gonna speed fast forward in there, but we can see a little bit of Julian Lewis right off the back. Let's see.
What? The hash. Let's go from the slot on the left to a home position to the field, and we're gonna go Liz lock. Lock the backside, guy. You that
he fuzzed it. The backside.
Yeah, we fuzzed.
Hey.
Watch that guy.
I call for it. You also mess up the system. Where's Cade? Cade's got that veteran touch though, so he can layer the ball out there. You know what I mean? Oh, false start. It's a false start, son.
That's what we finna. No, you stay here. I'm behind you this way.
Everybody.
Relay. Hey, relay.
There you go. Yeah, so he has that mixture of being able to put touch and zip on the ball. I think that might be the only thing that allows him to stay in the starting position is just the veteran. And you can see him even adjusting the play, getting Dallin right and everything.
Close right. It ain't moving.
Uh-oh, a sap sight. He got the goggles on too.
Good job, 40.
Warren Sapp's calves are just so mesmerized. Oh yeah. Is that Cash Cleveland in there? There you go, hooking some people up. Look, if you don't fight, coach is gonna get mad. You gotta put some fights in the game. Oh, 1-6 in the game. Okay, a little fake there. Okay, you think he can wiggle? Okay. There go Big C. That's good.
I'm seeing some pauses. It's just.
Marshall Falk dropped.
You're going. You're still going. I'm seeing too much of a pause. All right. So we want to make sure we're rolling it and keeping our shoulders square to the line of scrimmage. So a couple of times, the wave is going and you're like you're there. There's no cut necessary, and that's what's going to happen. And then sometimes you're going to be here and you're just going to like step here. You're going to ride the wave. And it's like we're learning how to read the front side of it. And guess what?
They're learning the basics of just reading zone blocking schemes, basically, right? So he's talking about riding the wave, understanding where the flow of your block is, taking your time. People like to joke about Le'Veon Bell back in the day, like he took so much time. But I mean, all that comes with allowing your big boys up front to be able to latch on those blocks, get to the second level, and just really flow it. So, as much as people talk about, there go the rookie Quanell. Is that how you say his name? Quanell X. You motherfucker got some anime names. What's it called? But yeah, it's all about being able to recognize what that is. And even though that seems like such a basic thing, that's what spring football is for. Spring football is, let's take everything back to the basics, right? Let's take everything. You just want to see people get after it, right? You just want to see people hit. It really doesn't really matter. Besides quarterbacks, maybe like a Mike linebacker, y'all don't really need to know the plays. You know what I mean? Not everything, because things might get changed up, X, Y, Z. I mean, you need to know the plays, but the focus in these is really just seeing who's going to come out there and show, right? And who's really going to make something happen, and what kind of extra bits of knowledge can I implement? Because when I get into the season, when we get into summer, camp, when things really start ramping up, I can't tell you about reading the front side of a inside zone. I hope they don't go to zone. If I'm correct, I don't think they ran a lot of zone running schemes. Honestly, I could be wrong. I could just be remembering completely wrong. You know what I'm saying? A lot of I think they got some zone stuff, but I want to see if they're gonna go zone. I want them to see go like full on. You know, like let's go ahead and add some motion in there. Let's add some wrinkles in there. Let's add some what's it called? Some deeper, longer what do you call them? Bootlegs off of it. Let's add some full rolls off of it. Like let's really do it. You know what I mean? Let's get the tight ends involved in the blocking scheme. And hey, right there you go. Tight end involved in the blocking scheme, just like I said. Yeah, that looks a little zony. Oh wait, Sap's yelling. If you're Sap's yelling, you gotta hear it.
I got a job for you. Get off and get the beat down.
I got a job
Rest
for
of
you.
the shit will fall in place.
Get off and get the beat down.
Ass in your gap. Get off the ball, use your hand.
Backs away.
Hey, I know, slice it. Be out there.
Hey, crush it.
Hey, scared, say you scared.
Ooh, is that? I think that's
That's good.
Just
He's gonna play.
stick.
When backs away, he's going to be in the 9. So when backs
that's that real deal inside. This is inside right here. 'Cause I don't know.
like, hey, man.
You don't know what inside drill is. This is just the. I mean, as you can see, the front 5 offensive linemen, maybe a tight end. You know, maybe a tight end. You know, you might have a fullback and running back. That we used to do it with a fullback, running back, and then front 7, and then you have your Mike Will linebacker, and you just straight run plays in a phone booth, just smacking. This looks like that almost looked like inside zone split. So that was smooth because he kind of ran off. He ran off that same side, but it's a grueling time. It's a time where fights are bound to happen. I don't think there's any more scuffles that happen here. They was yelling. They were.
Got it. Backer already made the play.
There goes Pecco.
Come on.
15.
Yeah, that's very zone. So that's a read option. If you can't tell, Coach Sean crazy over there. And they're wrapping it up. So that was a scuff. It wasn't really much of a fight. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I think this was. I thought I had it in its totality, but it really wasn't much of a fight. You know what I mean? It was just one of them really quick, in there, out of there, and I think that's just that's just coaching him. And then what's it called? Oh, is that the other little scuffle? Yeah, man, it wasn't really nothing crazy. It wasn't really nothing crazy, but
You know, I got my other.
this boy who is spinning the ball, Mr. Julian Lewis. Let's get into it. Let's watch some foosball. There he is in there now. He's got some plays. There's Caden Salter. Hey man, he's putting some balls in some places too now. It's good to see that. There he is. The man, the myth, Julian Lewis, looking smooth. Woo! That thing comes out of his hand now. You can see the way he's zipping and zapping. I don't know. I don't think zipping and zapping is a correct way to describe it. Oof. I wanna see with this zone run scheme, because you know zone can be very hard. It's a make or break type run, right? You have to be good at zone to even be decent at zone, right? You can run power, okay, right? You can make up, somebody can reach into a gap, but you can, maybe the block, the wash down. Like there's ways to with zone. If anybody is bad in that zone reach thing, if the guard's bad, the tackle's bad, it ruins almost the whole play, right? Because it ruins how you want to flow and how you want to do things. But again, if you're good enough, it's almost unstoppable, because the way that you're going to read that zone scheme is just, okay, well, if somebody gets an outreach, okay, to cut in. If somebody gets an in reach, okay, boom, I can keep bouncing on the outside. But if you just let somebody penetrate on zone, it's a problem. Oh, are they scrapping again? What's happening? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they scrapping some more. That's what you want to see, man. Shout out to Dallin. He didn't transfer out the Ohio State kid. I thought he was going to be out of here. There goes Julian Lewis again. Quick out there. Hey, hit a check down now. Hit a check down now. Nope. Is this another quarterback in there? There we go. Is that that's the walk on, right? I like to see it. Like to see it. All right, we're not here for. Oh, okay. Starting out there. Okay. Julian Lewis spinning that thing. Calm, cool. Oh, that's a sack. Yeah, that's a sack. That's a sack. Looks like the starting defense out there. You got McKinney out there. They're getting after. I think if you're as many question marks as there might be for the offense because of all the turnover, seeing these big boys on the defensive side, you got to be happy about that. You got Jaheim Otis, the Alabama transfer. You got Lightfoot, the Fresno State transfer, right? And these are two guys, well, specifically with Lightfoot. Lightfoot is a technical beast. Like, he can hand fight with the best of them coming out of Fresno State. And with Jaheim Otis, you just get big, raw, beefy power. And, I mean, that's what you want. That's what you want.
Man, we had to take care of some business. We had to go.
For a week and you ain't been here.
Are they done? You ain't playing no foosball again? I'm trying to see the foosball, man. Oh, there goes Draylon Miller. Caden Salter at the helm here. Nice, and that's what I'm talking about. We go ahead and get some of those. I don't think that's a full roll, but that's a NASCAR situation, rolling right with some flood. Oh, coach don't like it. I handed it off there. Man, it's a wall of bodies in there right now, man. All right, Julian back again. Oh man, that was gotta get cleaner with these handoffs now. Gotta get cleaner with these handoffs. He had that. He took that thing in his neck, boy. You don't ever want to take one on the neck. Ain't a good time. Ain't a good time to shine. Ooh. Oh yeah. Hey, he giving you them funky arm angles, man. Them Caleb Williams arm angles. But another sack. That's another sack. Them boys getting after on that defensive line, man. Look, if Colorado can find a way to get pressure just rushing 4, right? Because even when they blitzed last year, I didn't really like the success of it. I didn't like what it did to them coverage-wise, right? And then you're taking the account that you don't have somebody like Travis Hunter who can cover up a lot of the field, right, and help you. And they were already calling blitzes. Ooh, is that a completion? Rolling left to the sophomore Draylon Miller. Man, I gotta get this. Gotta get it fixed on the inside though, man.
Man, come on, man.
Oh man, Omarion Miller he's still I guess hurt from the season. That's not great. You don't want to see that. You'd like to see him dying in there. So if you are a Colorado fan, it's good to see that, Four ain't even in the game yet. He ain't even playing yet. So there you go, Jaheim, Lightfoot. Yeah, man, this defense. Hey, man, and it means something to have a defense with an attitude. You know what I mean? It means something to have a defense that wants to and prides themselves on coming in and just embarrassing the offense on a daily. That's some good stuff, man. That's some elite stuff. That's some great stuff. So here, let's hear from Julian Lewis himself. Well, before then, I want to see him spin it a little more. Like I said, everybody has kind of not renounced, but continue. I mean, look at that, huh? Look at him throw that thing out there, huh? It's smooth, it's crispy. You saw the arm angles in the other one. I think this is that arm angle, and this is nasty. This is between defenders. Is this between linemen as well? I mean, this is in the danger zone. That was between two defenders, between there, sitting there waiting for his tight end. So I mean, I think the kid's got a bright future. What does he feel like he thinks to prove though?
You have moved boldly, reclassifying true freshmen, following a legend. Are you anxious to prove anything?
Not particularly. I mean, I guess I got more to prove to myself than anybody else. Like, I mean, I've been getting called overrated since I was 7, so it's kind of like it kind of is what it is on that part of football. But I just want to go in and ball out. Like, I mean, I think that's everybody's goal is to come in here and win.
And that's fair from the young man. But what is the legend that he's following up? How does he feel about Julian Lewis, man?
I'm just glad that he made that decision, and I never wanted to ever pressure him on what to do because that's his career, that's his life. He's gonna have to be okay with. That's the same conversation Dad had with me, even going to Jack State. At the end of the day, like, yeah, I want you to come, but if things go left with you, you gotta be okay with you making that decision at the end of the day. So that's kind of, I gave him the same kind of talk Dad gave me. He made the decision that he wanted to make, and that I want him to make also because I know we wouldn't set him up for failure.
Yeah, that's great to hear. You know, I think a lot was made early on, you know, in the Jackson State days about, you know, whether this was right or wrong, or, you know, bringing your family, yada, 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 the quote unquote forcing people to come. But I think that you've seen it pay off, you know, after the 4 years, you know, after Shedeur Sanders, you know, it's undoubted that Shedeur Sanders would not be even considered a first round quarterback if it wasn't for him going to a bigger scale, going to a bigger school, a place to showcase his talents more. As sadly, even though the HBCUs have a large impact on even the modern football players that are playing right now, but even more so some of the legends in football. Walter Payton, just to name one off the top of my head, right? That have gone to HBCUs, contributed from HBCUs, and then been able to give back to the game in immense ways, not just the game, but also the community. Obviously, Walter Payton, Man of the Year award, right? So I think there's something to be said about still the difference in notoriety there. You go to a Colorado, which, again, if y'all weren't watching football before, I know, like, legitimately some of y'all weren't and did not know about Colorado until Deion came, but they used to be a storied football franchise. Like, they're national champions. Like, they've had some legendary players in the world of football. So when Shedeur comes, when Colorado, and he does break some records, and they do X, Y, and Z, and this is big time. Like, I know y'all didn't know what Colorado was because for the last 10 years they only had like one winning season, obviously before Deion came in. But you know, this is a real deal team, program, a school that respects and loves football, and to see it to be where it is right now, it's a lot to to put on their shoulders, and a lot that they've already done so far in these 2 years, going 4-8, 9-3. But hey, man, the pressure ever mounts. You know, people want it to improve every single day. They want exponential growth. We'll see what that looks like. But before we close out, I kind of want to watch these two. One, this is more of a culture builder from Deion Sanders, kind of instilling some one-on-one call-outs starting this week of practice. You know what I'm saying? Again, spring football is about culture building, culture molding, seeing who really wants it, who's going to last, and who's going to outlast each other. So let's see what
you have an opportunity after the end of practice, you're going to be called, I want. Like if y'all say, I want who on the defensive line? I want who? Just who you want?
Feig.
Okay. That's what we'll be. We're going to get it on, all right? You want somebody to get on. If it's a linebacker, JB, he's a running back. That's it. Where's my corner at? The corner, who you want? PT. It's like that. Tight ends, where you at?
I want Tajay.
I like that. I like that. Been safety, big. Who you want?
I want Baby Kopech. I want Baby Kopech.
That's how it's going to be. And we're going to get it on next week. We good? Everybody have a great weekend. I'm proud.
All right, so if y'all want to see those in depth, because you know me, I love breaking down the one-on-ones, and I want to see them big boys get after it, roll some people over, tabletop some people. Should be an absolute phenomenal time. But hey, man, I really appreciate y'all watching these videos, watching spring with me. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want individual spring, I don't like to just do one video because I don't want to watch the whole thing. And you know what I'm saying? You got Will off me. You can go watch it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to waste what they do because they do great things. Appreciate y'all watching though. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, subscribe if you enjoy college football content, updates, all that good stuff, man. We'll see you next time. Hey, and be great because you're great, man.